What's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to tell you about why balance is shit and why you should use something else, which I'm going to mention later on instead. So let's start with saying that balance is not always bad. Because think of it like this is the best example that I could give. If you have food, then you don't want it to be completely salty and be like, oh shit, this tastes horrible. And you don't want it to be completely unsalted either, because that will be the same result. You want to be in the middle of like a really good salt level. But what I want to talk about today is work-life balance slash your purpose. In your purpose, many people are like, yeah, but when you're working, you need to have a balance because this balance is very important. You need like some rest and you need your other activities in between. Why? Let me ask you this: if you have your work and that work does not feel like work, but more like fulfilling fulfilling work, but to speak, but it doesn't feel like you have to take any effort for it, and it's actually fun to do the activity, and you know that it will get some very good results. Why the hell would you need work life balance for something that is going to bring you further and you are having fun at? Those two things together don't require a work life balance, and that exactly that is your purpose. Let's take the example of me with YouTube. This doesn't feel like work. The only thing that feels like work is making thumbnails because that's a little bit difficult. But other than that, this feels fun, this feels fulfilling, and I am having a lot of very good times doing this. Why the hell would I slow down? Because think of it, your purpose is supposed to be, there's some notification going on, I'm sorry. Your purpose is supposed to be the thing that is going to drive you forward. Why would you? Why would you slow down your progress in your purpose, the most important thing in your life, just to have work life balance? Why would you slow the thing of your life down deliberately? That's the main question I'm asking here. And that's why I think that in terms of purpose, balance is horrible and you don't need it. Here is what you should do instead. You should not be thinking about balance and like, oh, but my diet needs some balance. Like, I'm gonna listen to Alex Hormozi's diet with, there's some cookies, there's some cookies. I'm sorry, Alex, but that was a dumb video. Anyway, what you should do instead, though, is quadruple down on the important things in your life. What does that mean? Basically, your life is spread around in all sorts of sectors. If you take all of that effort in those sectors and put it to one thing or two things or maybe three things, ideally not more though, if you take it in that direction, there's going to be some big growth going in that direction. So here's the actionable step. Take everything, all of your activities. Let me show it to you right here. Actually drawn it up. You may recognize this if you have read the book. I'm gonna tell a little bit more later. But this is how it works. We've got all our activities here. So this might be like browsing social media, playing video games. I don't know. I don't really know what you do in your free time. I hope those two that I just mentioned aren't in your everyday everyday life. But basically, all of us have a lot of activities. And the thing is, the less you make these activities, the bigger leaps forward you can make in one single area. So if you have all of these, you are not, how many are they? Like 15 or something? If you have like 15 activities that you do every day. So I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna take a stretch, I'm gonna learn some languages, and guess who does everything of that? I do that. The thing is, the more things you focus on, the less progress you will make in all of those sectors. And basically, the less activities you have, the bigger the results are going to be. And this is where stuff gets cool. Because the less activities you have in your day, the more progress your purpose is going to see. You see where I'm going with this? You can really accelerate your purpose by just doing this one thing. And it goes like this. Limit your activities to 5 or less. I was a very bad proponent of this as well, because until, what was it, today at, I don't know, 8 a.m., I was thinking about exactly this. And I was thinking like, hey man, I'm having a little bit too many activities. I'm going out with people a lot, which is not a bad thing by itself, but I'm going out with people a lot. I'm doing a lot of like pretty useless activities, to be honest, like language learning. Like, what am I going to do later on in life with language learning? It's not going to exactly bring me far. And I thought to myself, what are the actually important things that I want to do? YouTube videos, pretty obvious. Working out, very, very, very important as well. Meditation. So meditation, we're gonna leave out the equation for now, but exercise and just physical movement. Under that, I put walking, working out, and drumming. Those 3 things, and running as well. Those 4 things then. That is gonna be movement and exercise. And number 3 is mental health. I thought I need meditation, I need time with family. Those things are the most important ones. Those are going to be the things that I'm going to limit myself to, if possible. And there are, of course, there are like more activities that I do every single day. I have like gratitude journals, I have journaling in general, but everything that I learn just goes in there. The only thing that I have passively in there is learn. And for learning, I of course just note down everything that I have to note down basically. Still at the beginning of this, so this is still subject to change. But onto the final topic of this video. Remember this. Know what this is? This is the concept of essentialism. If you've read the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, that is basically this. 200 pages and much more detail than this little drawing that I made here. But the thing is, this stuff is absolutely game-changing. And I'm gonna have a video on that on next Wednesday. Gonna read the book again until then. I'm going to go really into detail, because once I realized like, hey, I really, really need to go into one direction alone, that was the moment when it really clicked, and I was like, yeah, I need to read Essentialism again, get clear on the principles, and see how I can implement this a lot more, and a lot more in detail than I did the first time. So yeah, look out for that video on Wednesday, because that stuff, I'm promising you right now, is going to be life-changing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on next Wednesday.